Hello there friends, I'm April San Pedro and I have another video for you today. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you this beautiful notebook from Midori. So this one is called MD Notebook Diary A5. So the size is A5 and it's a monthly block plus 1 day 1 page. A little brief story how I will be. So this video, I'm gonna show with you what's inside and what is this for. So just in case you're also on the lookout for your journal lineup next year, then I hope this video will give you an insight. So just a little context about how I came up with this journal. So I had a hard time deciding for my 2024 journal lineup. So if you're into journaling, planners, I think you would understand my dilemma. So I was having second thoughts, or I couldn't decide which one to get, whether this one, the Midori 1 day 1 page, or the Hibino journal. Now the 1 day 1 page has an A6 size as well, same as this one, but these journals, they sell out really fast. So if you happen to see this and wanted to get it, I would suggest that you go for it right away because they really sell out fast. Like here in the Philippines, one of the resellers of this one is the Scribe. They don't have it anymore, so that's why I ended up having the A5, because at first I just wanted to try the A6, but I think the A5 will work for me as well, which I'll tell you later on based from what I'll be using this for. So okay, the packaging is just simple with a clear plastic, just like this one. And I've been actually using this already, so I don't have the plastic anymore. But I kept this. So there's a cover sleeves when you open it. And then the cover sleeves has the usual Midori logo or the design for their notebooks. And then here you'll see the title or the description of this one, which is the 2024 MD Notebook Diary 5 monthly block 1 day 1 page. So that's the name for this journal. Don't be confused though, because there's another one which is the Codex that has a perforating cut on the side. So the moment you use that page, you can cut that one and you would know which page you're already on. So that's the difference between the 1 day 1 page and the Codex. Or I think there's more on the pages, but let me check on that. But you might get confused because there are two different diaries Midori has. So this one is the 1 day 1 page. So this is A5 and this is the size of the A6. So at first, I'm not sure if I can actually commit with A5 because I haven't tried using A5 for my journaling. Whether it's a prayer journal or a memory keeping journal, a travel journal, I haven't tried it yet. The A6 journal though, I've tried it twice. One for my prayer journal, one for a travel journal. But I had a hard time adjusting with the size because I am so used to with the regular size traveler's notebook, which is this big. So I had some few adjustments with regards to the size of the journal. So I'm not sure if the A5 would be too big for me or it would be just enough. But anyway, this was really my very first choice when it comes to my lineup for next year. However, I was having second thoughts because as much as I love Midori, I've been using Midori notebooks for my sketching. I really like their paper, but when it comes to journaling, if I only have a choice, I would really like to have the Tomoe River paper. So that's why I had another video about this one, the Hibino. This was my first choice for my memory keeping journal because this one has a Tomoe River paper. And as for this, it is the usual Midori paper, which is in cream, and don't get me wrong, it's a very nice paper as well. It's a fountain pen friendly as well, but I just like the crumple or the sound of the Tomoe River once it's crumpled, and I think that's the reason why I was opting for that. But anyway, I'll talk about the use of this journal later on. So the cover is a leather, I would say faux leather. It's a soft faux leather. And I believe the binding, yeah, it can lay flat just like most of Midori notebooks. Unlike the Hibino, this one feels like the cover is more of like a holy Bible. This one is, in a way, yeah, in a way, yes. I've seen some of the Bibles that looks like this as well, but it's thicker, and oh yeah, it's thicker compared to this one. So this one is softer than this. And then when you open it, there's this ephemeras and page tabs that you can use for your monthly pages. And then here you can write your name, and then story of 2024. Then there's the 2024 and 2025 calendar, and then the monthlies, which you can actually start on December already up until January 2025. Now, if you've seen my video about the Hibino, which I'll also link, this space is still a bit small for me, but since it's an A5, you have more room for your whatever you want to write on this. So it depends on how you will actually use this. Now, so if it's a planner, I like using all my monthlies where I log the important dates, so I can just look at it on a bird's eye view. So if I use this for my planning, this would be too small. But if you're using it for something else, like the purpose of this journal for me is a memory keeping journal, so I think I wouldn't really mind having this space for my monthlies. I actually had a hard time looking for a journal for my memory keeping that doesn't have monthlies, because I don't find any use for this for my memory keeping. Back in 2022, this is what I used for my memory keeping. This is an ABC daily journal. This doesn't have a monthly calendar, which is just appropriate because I was using it for my daily journaling, so there's no point of having the monthlies. So that's why this year I had a hard time finding the right journal for me, because I don't want to waste any pages, and having monthlies for my memory keeping and other purpose for my journaling, there's no really need for this. However, when I tried the Hobonichi Day Free back in 2022, I used this as my prayer journal, and I used the monthlies as an indication that I had an entry during this day, and I choose one word or a phrase maybe that speaks to me with regards to that journal entry. But this one is more about my faith journal, or Bible verses or quotes and things like that. So there's one thing I can pick up and put something on the monthlies. But for daily journaling, I'm not sure if I can pick up something, a word maybe, and I can use it here, except of course if there's an event. So let's say for New Year, I can probably just put New Year here, so I would know, all right, that's a big event during this month, for birthdays maybe, and something like that. So we'll see. I've seen some of the videos about this one. They just put stickers, write something, and then they just decorate it. So we'll see about that. So yeah, these are the monthlies, and as for the pages, it goes something like this. What made me decide to finally choose the Midori one day one page for my memory keeping journal is the idea that it's a daily journal, but it doesn't come with a date on the pages. You don't have to skip any page in case you miss the day, compared with the Hibino that it comes with a date already. Although the advantage of having dates is it's easier for you to just go back or look back which date you missed, just like this one. So whenever I miss a day, or if I want to stick something on the journal already that I don't have to write on it first, I just want to stick something, it's easier for me to stick it on any page because I can just base it on the day. So that's one advantage of having dates. But on the disadvantage side, later on I had so many missed dates, missed pages, and as much as I don't want to be so hard on myself by not writing on it, it still bothers me a little. So with this, since the date is empty, I just can use this page per page, even if the dates are not in chronological. And then, I'm not sure if you can see it, but another reason that I wanted to use this journal is it doesn't have a grid line. Although it comes with lines here with dots or with bullet points and numbers from 8 to 24. I would assume these are time-based because it's a diary, or you can use it as a planner as well, or for your errands or something. And then the half part of the page is just empty. So that's one reason that I've decided to use this instead, because I like using plain pages instead of the grid lines. This one, I'm fine with it because it's just part of the page, not the entire page. So the lines are, it's okay because it's just half part of the page. And then you can also see here on the side here at the edge of the page, there are lines, guidelines, where you can actually place your monthly tubs. So that will be the guide for your monthly tubs, which is very smart actually. Okay, so that one, I believe this has 365 or 66 days. And then at the end of it, there's no empty space for your notes or anything, and there's just a space for your info maybe, and a signature. And here it says to be continued 2025, which is actually a cute note. So okay, so I mentioned a while ago the purpose of this one is for my daily journaling, and I got so excited, or I really wanted to try this notebook, this journal already. So I already tried it for this month, and I realized since I would probably miss out some days, so even though I'd occupy some of the pages from 2023, I'm pretty sure I can still finish this up until December 2024, since I'd be missing some of the pages. So this is how I use this journal for memory keeping. So I like using photos, I like using die-cut ephemeras. And as you can see, some of the pages has no entries yet or has no words yet. I just stick the photos, add the dates and the title, and then that's it. So it's pretty much the same concept with this journal. So I really enjoyed using this back in 2022. That's why I realized I wanted to go back to daily journaling, because my way of memory keeping before was just using a regular size traveler's notebook, something like this. And whenever I have a photo or something I can stick to, that's the only time that I use my journal. And it's in random dates. But then when I tried the daily journaling, this one, I kind of realized how nice it feels, because you would know right away that these are the things that happened during that year, compared to my way of journaling before, that it was so random. Like if I can just find a photo from last year, I'll put it back here. But then I was able to catch up with my journaling already. So there are gaps in between the months. So yeah, the traveler's notebook regular size didn't work for me. It worked for me for a while, but I kind of like the idea of having a yearly daily journaling for memory keeping. So I have few entries already, and then what I like about having an empty date is like there's an entry like this one is supposedly December 10, and then I missed out December 6. Yeah, so I missed out December 6. I started with December 7, but I found an ephemera for December 6, so I'm just gonna use it on the next page because there's no date on the page, which I think works really well, or for my needs, for my journaling needs. I haven't decided or finalized my journal lineup for 2024 yet, but I'm already starting this one. So this one is definitely one of the journals that I'll be using, and I'll have 3 purpose from my journals, which I'll share with you on my next videos. So if you're in the lookout for a journal, I hope this video helps you, especially if you were already eyeing the Midori day one day one page journal, because I was watching a lot of videos about this notebook or this journal and this one too before deciding which really journal fits my needs, and apparently this one. So I hope if you're having a hard time deciding just like me, this video was able to help as well. Now if the A5 is too big for you, there's also an A6 size for this, so don't worry about that. So if you also like the clean page that doesn't have a dot grid, then this might be for you. So all right, I hope I'll be able to share some of I hope once I'm done with the monthly entry here, I'll be able to share with you a flip through by next year. So but for now, I hope you enjoyed this video and I was able to give you a little insight about this Midori one day one page notebook. So thank you for watching, friends, and see you again on my next video. Bye.